Right, it's the reaction police coming straight at you from the Milton Keynes. Yeah, guys, we just want to have a quick chat with regards to what's happening with my team, Liverpool, and what's going on this weekend. We know they're playing Crystal Palace, and there's still the Coutinho saga going on, and we're hearing news that the manager wants to bring in new faces, even though we don't know who they are. Let's have a quick chat. Just keep it brief, but interesting. What do you guys think about this Coutinho situation? Because personally, I believe FSG have basically released a statement saying we're not letting this guy go. Forget about everything. We're not taking this further. And from what I've just heard, Barcelona brought in a third bid, which was immediately rejected, even though it was a great bid worth almost £118 million with serious add-ons. But FSG said no. That is what I want to hear. Up FSG, man, straight up. Because that's exactly what is going to show the likes of Barcelona that this is not a play-in club. We're not a selling club. We're serious. We know what we want, and we're going to stick to it until we achieve it. That is the message that FSG is sending, and I'm grateful, honestly, because that shows we're serious. That's what I want to hear. So right now, we're showing that money is not the problem. And that's what we should be telling all these so-called big clubs, which I don't even think they're big anymore. Money's not a problem with Liverpool. We have a dream. We've got a project. We're going to stick to it. He signed a 6-year contract for a reason, and we'll make sure that he fulfills at least 3 of the 6. And he will eventually come to see that it will pay him best to stay in Liverpool. That's the spirit. But let's look at the other side of things, because in football, anything can happen. What happens then if at some point Barcelona prepares a bid that we cannot turn down? And everybody kind of thinks, you know what, this kind of bid that we just have to pay for, we just have to agree to. Then what? I personally think we should start thinking about alternatives right now. When I'm talking about alternatives, I'm talking about players that are as effective and as deadly as Coutinho. And believe you me, there are so many of those types. But I won't go into details about who we need to buy, because that belongs to club and the marketing team to sort out. But I believe the team actually needs a robust defense and midfield much more than we need a Coutinho. Okay. First of all, the last game, I'm sorry I didn't make any comments on it, reactions on it. But I think the summary of that is that we have a great attacking force. Our midfield is weak. Our defense is just panicky. We just lack defense confidence. So personally, in my opinion, and that is just my opinion, that midfield is an absolute charm. If that midfield is strong, believe me, the defense will react to a strong midfield. What we lack is a defensive midfielder. We lack that. And we have 3 midfielders, but no defensive midfielder and no attacking midfielder, if you know what I mean. They're just pure out and out midfielders. They're not box to box. They don't specialize in attack. They don't specialize in defense. Wijnaldum is just a midfielder. Occasionally he releases the ball, but I won't trust him to be a defense splitting, passing, attacking, goal scoring, midfielder. Neither is he a defensive type midfielder that holds the ball and keeps the defense settled and adds himself into the defense when we're under attack. He doesn't have that. Henderson is being honed to be a defensive midfielder, but that's not who Henderson is. We all know Henderson is more effective going forward, but they're holding him back. The other thing with Henderson I don't understand is why does he play like there's fire on the ball and his leg is on fire, and so he just has to release the ball. I don't understand it. You know, as soon as the ball touches Henderson, he's got to let it go. What's going on? You're the captain. You're supposed to be the midfield general. Hold on to the ball. Caress the ball. Look around. If possible, make a move that will beat one or two players. People do that. He just picks the ball and immediately passes as if, oh, I don't want to mess it up. I don't want the responsibility to be on me. I don't know if you've noticed it. Just watch the next game and see what I mean. He's always kind of quick to release the ball. You know, and he's a much better player than that. Believe you me, I know. You know. And the last person is Emre Can. Emre Can, to me, is a potential world-class player. But he's just so comfortable in that description of potential that I fear that he might not even achieve that world-class status. He's so happy to make a mistake and let it slide. He's so happy not to exert himself. You know, he's so happy to just be where he is as being adored. He scored a bicycle kick last season. Everybody's hyping him up. I'm good. There's no passion to get better. You know? If you have these three people in the midfield, believe you me, I don't think the defenders will be confident. And that's the reason why when there's an attack on Liverpool, the defenders panic. You know, I think Lovren and Matip are a good set of defenders. They're a good pair. But they just panic because there's nobody helping them. You know, there's nobody giving them that direction and giving them that confidence, you know. But that's just my thoughts. You know, I might be totally wrong, but that's just my thoughts, you know. So I think we need a solid defender or two, you know, before or ahead of a Coutinho or another defender. I think we need a midfielder, you know. Talking about Crystal Palace, they have strengthened. They're looking a very good team. If the last two games we watched Liverpool is anything to go by, I am slightly worried. And the reason why I'm saying so is because we have seen that for all Salah's beauty, he does not have a right foot. So if he has a chance and he kicks it with his right, just forget about it. You know, if it's his left foot, yes, he's great. But on his right, it just doesn't exist. And that's my worry, you know. So we miss chances, and then we're playing a team that might score. And if they score one or two goals, that's the end of the game. You know, that's my fear. We might score one or two back and get a draw. You know, but getting that win for me, I hope we do. But one thing is, if we do, you will see that people will say Liverpool got a lucky win. And I hope I'm wrong. If we beat them 4-0, then I am very happy to eat humble pie. But personally, I'm just worried. The way Hoffenheim played us, I still wonder how we won that game. Hoffenheim was like Barcelona of the olden days, you know, and we were just running around towing the ball and doing absolutely nothing, you know. And Watford, they put pressure on us, you know. So hopefully we're coming back to the home of football, Anfield, and hopefully we're going to see much better football by the team, and hopefully we're going to see and get a win. But if we don't, let it just be known that I had my reservations from the start. So that's it for this for today. I might have other reactions again. On a final note, I just want to say, you know, our heart is with Barcelona. The terrible thing that is going on. Sick and tired of this system, you know. Actually, the world is just the whole thing is just an absolute shamble, you know. That's why we're praying for God to bring His kingdom, you know. Anyway, moving on from that, yeah, that's it for us, and we shall meet again. From Reaction Police, it's your boy. Still early days. I'm still getting to understand this whole YouTube thing, but it's been nice talking. Peace out. Booyah.